to this Urban Tango Nights recap, and this is for our second part of our 6-week beginner course held on Monday the 8th of September, and our 2 Thursday classes which must have been on the 5th of the 11th or something like that. 4th and the 11th? Oh, that makes more sense. So we'll start off with the 6-week beginner course, which was on forward Ochos. So we started off from our embrace with a side step to the left, opening up our chest and our hip slightly to the left, which will cause the follower to have space to step through, and she's arching her chest and twisting her foot and twisting her chest towards the leader, which will build up the torsion of the spine, keeping the head of the leader, which will allow, when she transfers the weight onto it, allow her to pivot. I can then twist my chest to the right, and she will do the same with her left leg and still arching the chest towards her. So we've got these basic Ochos, which we can then do side steps, which can either be small or large, and they can vary in size from distance from side to side. We can overturn our follower and progress down the room, or we can underturn the follower and progress backwards, making sure that you're not actually going into the line of dance and being aware of what's going on around you. We can also make these Ochos rotate as well, so when we do the side steps, if we take one step slightly back and one step slightly forward, we will end up making these Ochos rotate. So it's more about floor craft and moving around the classness. By the way, this class was taught by myself and Tara. We then looked at what happens if you change the height of the Ocho. So if I step to the side and lunge down, this pins my follower's legs apart, so when she comes around now, instead of bringing the feet together, she will sweep the foot around. We can bring her back to height, we can do it on either side. Or if I leave my foot forward as I sink down, we will end up with a leg wrap, which we can then take back into a back pivot and just knock the leg up in front. So that was part 2 of our 6-week beginner course. On Monday the 4th, that was taught by myself and Alison, sorry, Thursday the 4th, that was taught by myself and Alison, and we looked at cross system of walking. So from a side step to the left, for the leader, changing weight onto their right foot while keeping the follower on their right foot, twisting our chest towards each other and then both walking out on the left, so we're in the cross system. We then looked at adding in a Sacada, a linear Sacada, so when I'm stepping forward on my right, I'm going to arch my foot behind the follower's trailing leg, which is her left, knocking that leg out and allowing it to be Sacada'd. We can use this to go around corners, or if I twist my chest to the left, transfer my weight onto my right foot, and go into the pause, we can bring the follower back into this back Paleo, which we can then bring around into a leg wrap. So leg wraps seem to be on the menu lot. And from Thursday the 11th, this was taught by myself and Amelia, and it was an in-depth look at some back Ochos and the technique. So we started off with a side step to the right, and then just getting the leader to pivot the follower different amounts. So the follower's getting used to being on that one foot, on the ball of the foot, allowing herself to be pivoted. The leader can then change their weight and sidestep in the direction that the follower's back is facing. And depending on how much they rotate their follower, depends on whether the side step will be purely to the side, or slightly forward, or even slightly backwards, again if it's over rotated. We then looked at just using the chest to lead the follower. So for my side step, pivoting the follower around, taking the side step to my left, and then pivoting my follower around with my chest, over rotating her, so I'm going to lead her to take a back step almost behind me, which he already is at. I can then find a sandwich by moving my right leg forward, sandwiching her leg, stepping around her, and then we can bring her out into a forward Ocho with shoe shines, and then take this out into heroes. Finally, same entrance to what we did in that one, so pivoting the follower around into that back step. This time as a leader, we can step through the follower's leg to knock the leg up into a Paleo, and then we can take it around into a forward Ocho. Or if I sink down, I can generate a bigger Paleo by knocking the leg up, walking around my follower in a pure circle, and then leading her out, so we can do a Calesita exit. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video very soon.